Good morning, students. This is Nandini physics tutorial for IIT JAM GATE and CSR net coaching. So today we are discussing about lecture 3, atomic and molecular spectroscopy. So lecture 3, atomic and molecular spectroscopy. So this is our new topic. So we are continuing lecture 3. So Bohr model only. Bohr model. Bohr was considered, this is the nucleus, charge of nucleus is Ze, and around this nucleus the electrons are revolving in a fixed orbit at a distance small r. Bohr consider, in previous class I explained, Bohr consider this is a nucleus is infinite mass, this nucleus has infinite mass compared to mass of electron, and which is at rest. So finally Bohr was derived some formulas. In previous class I explained all these formulas. That is nothing but radius. So once again I write the formula. Radius Rn is equal to, the radius formula is Rn is equal to n square h square epsilon naught divided by pi z m c square, pi z m, sorry, not c square, e square, n square h square epsilon naught pi z m e square, and velocity is equal to z e square by 2 n h epsilon naught. So this is the velocity formula, 2z square, z e square is divided by 2 n h epsilon naught, and energy E is equal to minus z square e power 4 m divided by 2 8 epsilon naught square n square h square. So these are the formulas. These formulas are derived in previous class. So this is the radius of atom, velocity of atom, and energy of hydrogen atom. Okay, so the Bohr model is applicable for hydrogen or hydrogen like atoms. Okay, so what is the hydrogen atoms or hydrogen like atoms means they are contain only one electron and proton, one proton. So if you consider hydrogen like atoms means it is lithium or beryllium, which contains number of protons, okay, and finally one fixed electron. So he was considered, by using this theory he explained the radius of atom, velocity of atom, and similarly energy of this atom. Okay, so I rewrite these equations. See, from this equation I just take n square out and z. So h square epsilon naught divided by pi m e square into n square divided by z. Okay, so this value we are already know that the epsilon naught is nothing but permittivity, and epsilon naught is called permittivity, h square is Planck's constant, pi value we know that, m is the mass of proton. So you substitute all these values, you will get this value is 0.53 n square by z angstroms. The value of this radius is nothing but, Bohr radius is 0.53 n square z by epsilon naught. Similarly, in this equation you will consider e square divided by 2 h epsilon naught into, you rewrite this equation, e square by 2 h epsilon naught into z by n. Okay, so if you substitute appropriate values in this equation, you will get this value is 2.2 into 10 power minus 6, okay, z divided by n times of meter per second. So this is the velocity, that's why we are indicate meter per second. So once again you rewrite this equation similarly, minus e power 4 into m divided by 8 epsilon naught square h square into z square by n square. So if you substitute appropriate values, you will get the value of this equation is minus 13.6 z square divided by n square. So this is nothing but energy, okay, so electron volt, this energy in terms of electron volt. So these are the values of hydrogen atom, like radius value is 0.53 Newton square, n square divided by z angstrom, and velocity, this is velocity, this value is 2.2 into 10 power minus 6 z by n meter per second, and energy, this value is minus 13.6 into z square divided by n square electron volt. So finally we will get hydrogen atom radius, velocity and hydrogen energy by using Bohr nuclear model. Okay, it is the values of R, Vn and En all are hydrogen atom only. Okay, now he was considered some assumptions by this hydrogen atom. So first Bohr consider this is infinite mass, which is always at rest. Nucleus contains infinite mass and is at rest. For suppose if this phenomena is applied for finite mass, what will be happen? So for that purpose he introduced a new concept, Bohr. If these nucleus are considered to be a finite nuclear mass. Okay, so the next concept is Bohr atomic model by using finite mass correction. So that's why we want to need some corrections. So we want to correct the finite mass. Okay, right. So now the topic is correction of finite nucleus mass. Okay, so this is our new topic, because this theory was completely explained hydrogen like atom, but it is maintained at infinite mass, which is at rest condition. But this phenomena is applicable for finite mass also, finite nuclear mass. So there is a small reduction is there, that reduction we will introduce, that is called finite mass correction. Okay, because here the mass is direct mass of the proton and mass of the neutron, but here consider reduced mass concept, because finite mass means that nucleus contains only reduced mass. So therefore correction of finite nuclear mass, that is called reduced mass. Okay, so this reduced mass is I am deriving by using two body problem. Okay, so reduced mass derived by using two body problem. Okay, see, for that purpose I draw the same diagram once again. He was considered, this is a nucleus and these are electron, this is electron. So right now the electrons are revolving around this nucleus. He was considered that there is a center of mass between this nucleus and electron. So that nucleus and electron both are rotating with angular velocity omega at a distance. Okay, so the mass of the nucleus is capital M is the mass of the nucleus, and mass of the electron is small m. Okay, and the distance between nucleus and electron is capital R, small r, and so therefore now at the center of these two masses, this is called center of mass. Okay, and the distance between nucleus and center of mass is r1, and the center of mass, the distance between center of mass and electron mass is R2. Okay, so right now I want to derive the reduced mass, that is called now I want to find out the reduced mass, and these reduced mass again once again I introduce in these equations. So, automatically it will be changed in finite nuclear mass system. Okay, so therefore, I want to introduce this diagram once again. So, here there is two assumptions are there. The first assumption is when center of mass, so center of mass total distance is r, so therefore the center of mass r center of mass is always equal to 0, and second condition is, so the total distance r is equal to byparts of r1 plus r2. So, these are the total distance r which is equal to r1 plus r2. So, I want to find out first of all what is the center of mass of these two charges. So, I want to find out the center of mass RCM is equal to, so mass of the proton is capital R, capital M, and the distance is r1 plus charge mass is small m and distance r2 divided by m1 plus mass of the electron plus mass of the charge. So, this is the center of mass equation. Okay, so first assumption I implement, that is called center of mass. At these two charges center of mass is always equal to 0. So, I implement this condition, then this center of mass is 0. So, therefore, this is equal to m r1 plus m r2 divided by small m plus capital M. Okay, using this equation, see this equation. So, finally, you will get capital M r1 is equal to plus small m r2 is equal to 0. Okay, so from this equation you consider mod of m r1 is equal to, take magnitude of two equations. So, small m r2. Okay, so this is the equation, actual equation right now. Okay, so right now again I consider second assumption. So, I just rough these equations, I will write here. I consider the second equation. So, that equation represents total R. Total R is equal to R1 plus R2. Okay. So, from this equation I take R1 is equal to, so simply rewrite this equation, R1 is equal to R minus R2. Okay. So, I will substitute this equation in this equation. So, this is right equation 1 and this is equation 2. I substitute equation 2 in equation 1. Okay. So, therefore, what will be happen, see, capital M into what is R1 value? R1 is nothing but R minus R2 is equal to small m R2. Okay. So, capital M R, I just split the equation, capital M R2 is equal to M R2. So, from this equation you will subtract this, this is subtracted here, just you will move to other side, then it will becomes, see in this equation I will write, so M R is equal to, take common M plus capital M into R2. So, therefore, from this equation R2 is equal to capital M divided by small m plus capital M into R. So, this is equation 3. So, this is equation 3. So, I want to find out reduced mass actually. So, from the I want to find the reduced mass by using two body problem as the concept of center of mass. I am using the concept of center of mass, I want to find out reduced mass, because the nucleus here, the nucleus is considered in previous case hydrogen like atoms, Bohr was considered nucleus is infinite mass which is at rest, but right now I implement same model for finite masses also, finite nuclear mass as compared to mass of electron. So, that is the reason I am introducing a reduced mass concept. By reduced mass I want to derive this problem in two body problem So that is the concept of two body problem in center of mass. So from this equation I'll get these things. Okay, so right now I get R2 value. Now this R3 is right now I'll find out R1. For that purpose I am using this R2 value in this equation. So therefore R is equal to simply substitute R2 value in this equation. So this is R1 plus what is R2 value? Capital M R divided by small m plus capital M. So simply take this side. So R1 is equal to R minus capital M R divided by small m plus capital M. So take the LCM small m plus capital M into take common R also. Okay, take LCM small m plus capital M, minus 1 is there, m plus capital M minus m. Okay, so this is the value. So this m will be cancelled. Finally R1 value is equal to R1 value is equal to what is the R1 value? So m small m divided by small m plus capital M into R. So we will get R1 equation, this is equation 4. Okay, so we will get equation 3 and equation 4 both are. So this is third equation, fourth equation. We will get R2 value and R1 value. So right now I introduce another concept that is called angular momentum. So I will consider these two charges are rotating by angular velocity. So therefore what is the angular momentum? I will find out angular momentum. So the angular momentum of these two equations are angular momentum. So from angular momentum, see angular momentum of this first nucleus charge and plus angular momentum of electron. So angular momentum L is equal to what is the mass of the charge? Capital M is the mass of the nucleus, and m r square, that is r1 distance, r1 square omega plus, and what is this mass? Small m, and r2 square omega. So this is the total angular momentum of this body, total angular momentum. So therefore simply substitute L is equal to capital M. What is the R value? R1 value is nothing but m divided by small m capital M into r square whole square omega plus simply I just remove this, all these things. Okay, plus see simply. So therefore m divided by m plus m r square omega, the same way small m into what is R2 value? R2 is nothing but capital M r divided by small m capital M whole square r square omega. Record should open r square. Okay, so we will get finally this is the angular momentum of the equation. So using that equation I solve here. Okay, I just erase these things because these are already over. I erase these things. Okay, see I will get angular momentum from this equation. This is the angular momentum of two body problem. So this I substitute R1 R2 values in this angular momentum, then finally I get capital L is equal to, see here these are all whole squares only, this is also square. See simply take common capital M and small m from these two equations. So take common capital M and small m divided by small m plus capital M whole square, okay, into r square omega is also common. So r square omega. So finally we will get, see one small m, one capital M will be come outside, remaining only one small m. Here also one capital M common and one small m common. So we will get only one capital M. So therefore this is called m plus capital M only. Okay, so if you multiply you will get this equation only. So therefore L is equal to small m capital M into small m plus capital M whole square Okay, so you will cancel this, this will be cancelled and one time you will cancel. So finally you will get small m capital M divided by m plus m into r square omega. So this is written as L is equal to mu times of r square omega, where this mu is called as, right now this is called as reduced mass. This is called reduced mass. Okay, so simply take reduced mass from these two equations you compared. So therefore u is equal to, mu is equal to capital M small m divided by small m plus capital M. Okay, so this is the concept of reduced mass. So from the Bohr atomic theory, when nucleus is assumed to be at rest and it is having finite nuclear mass right now. So in the concept of finite nuclear mass, I introduce a small correction to finite nuclear mass. From that correction, I derived this reduced mass equation. So in the finite correction, I want to after correction I have this reduced mass equation. So now I am using this reduced mass once again in for hydrogen atom. Okay, so please note everybody, this is very important. Okay, so you will get this equations, reduced mass equations. Now I introduce the reduced mass concept, reduced mass concept. Okay, right. So I'll rough all these things again. Once again I write the hydrogen atom radius, velocity as well as energy. Okay, so first of all, in velocity there is no mass right now, so therefore I just leave with the velocity formula. I only write radius and energy. Okay. So see, so I'll write once again, I write for hydrogen atoms, for hydrogen atom. Okay, I already know for hydrogen atom what is the radius value, radius. So radius Rn is equal to, I will get the radius equation, that is called n square h square epsilon naught square, n square h square epsilon naught divided by pi z m e square. Okay, so I will write this equation once again, and once again what is the energy from hydrogen atom? Energy is equal to minus z square e power 4 divided by 8 epsilon naught h square n square, 8 epsilon naught square n square h square. So these are the equations. Okay, so this equation I will change in terms of reduced mass. So using the reduced mass concept, using reduced mass concept, reduced mass concept, reduced mass concept. See, using the reduced mass concept, so this equation will be changed into, see, n square h square epsilon naught divided by, in terms of pi z. So right now this is the mass of electron, but we are introducing finite concept. So I want to write, change this mass into reduced mass. That is nothing but this mass is changing into reduced mass. Okay, so right now I consider hydrogen atoms, and this is the radius of atom, and this is the hydrogen energy of the atom, and these two equations right now I'm changing by using reduced mass concept. So that is nothing but mass is changing into reduced mass. So mu times of E square. Okay, and this equation is changing into minus z square e power 4 divided by 8 epsilon naught h square n square. So this is energy, this is nothing but m is there, that is nothing but mu. Here I will write. So this is the reduced mass radius and this is the reduced mass energy. So you will write this equation is, okay, so right now what is this is nothing but new radius, this radius is Rn dash and this is the new radius, new energy, this is represented En dash, okay, because these two equations are hydrogen atoms by using the concept of infinite nuclear mass, but right now these concepts are used by reduced mass concept. This is called new hydrogen atom radius and new hydrogen energy atoms, okay, for the atom. So this is the equation R1, Rn dash and En dash. So once again I change these equations, once again I'll change this equation C. So right now what is our new energy, new radius from reduced mass concept. So this is nothing but Rn dash is equal to, so n square h square epsilon naught divided by pi z mu into E square. So I will write this equation, so this equation will be written as, see, this equation will be written as n square h square epsilon naught divided by pi z m E square into m by mu. So simply cancel m by m, you will get previous equation only. So from this equation you can write this value is nothing but Rn, this value is nothing but Rn. So simply introduce Rn dash is equal to Rn times of m by mu, okay. So this is the one equation when a Bohr model is considered to be in finite nuclear mass, this is the radius of atom, and similarly take energy value En is equal to, so new En dash, new energy, that is called minus z square e power 4 mu divided by 8 epsilon naught h square n square, okay. So this equation will be written as minus z square e power 4 mu times divided by 8 epsilon naught, so simply take this is m h square n square into mu by m, okay. So what is this? This is nothing but energy. So therefore En dash is equal to, say simply En into mu by m. So this is the new energy of nucleus when it is in finite mass. So these two equations are very important for solving problems. These are almost given in IIT JAM level, okay. So these equations are very important for IIT who are appeared for IIT JAM entrance exam. These type of formulas are based on this problem, based on this formula most of the problems will come. So this is also one of the important IIT and JAM level and also GATE level also they are asking, GATE level, okay. So these are very, very important formulas, understand everyone. So this is the new radius and new energy for finite nuclear mass. This is the old energy, radius and energy in infinite mass condition. So these equations are infinite mass condition and these equations are at finite condition, finite mass nuclear mass condition. So in finite nuclear mass and infinite nuclear mass, in those phenomena, here I am not using reduced mass concept, but here I am using reduced mass concept because I change the mass, because finite distance the mass will be changed. So therefore I introduce the reduced mass concept. So this is a very important formula. So after that we have two applications regarding of these formulas. So I want right now I will see the applications. So please I will rough these things, please note everybody. Okay. Right now applications. So application, so this is for hydrogen atom, actually this is for hydrogen atom when reduced mass introduced. At the same time, you will consider positron or muonic atoms. Okay, if you consider positron, so applications. See, if you consider positron atom. Okay, so what is positron? Positron means, see, generally this is the nucleus of atom and the electron is revolving around this nucleus. So the mass of the mass of the electron is a small m e. This is called mass of the electron. And if you consider this is a proton, because charge of nucleus is a proton, right now consider. So this is a proton charge. Just replace proton in terms of positron. So this is called positron. So positron atom means one positron plus one electron combination. So this is called one positron, one electron combination. Just replace proton in terms of positron. Okay, so it is a positron value. Simply see, I want to find out first reduced mass for this positron atom. So what is the reduced mass formula? Reduced mass, that is mu is equal to small m capital M by small m plus capital M. So right now, if you replace means a new diagram will be appeared like that. So this is positron right now. This positron is considered to be a nucleus, and the electron which is revolving around this positron, the mass of the electron, this is the mass of positron. Okay, so almost positron electron having equal mass. So therefore the mass of positron and is equal to mass of electron almost are equal. So therefore mass of positron plus mass of electron almost are equal. So therefore the reduced equation mu is equal to, simply substitute m into m divided by m plus m. So this is called m square divided by 2m. So simply cancel 1 m. So the value of reduced mass is m by 2. Now I want to write what is the energy of radius. Once again I use this equation only, these two equations. How? So this is also application, and not only application, it is so many times I asking in IIT JEE, IIT JAM, not JEE, IIT JAM question, the positron radius and positron energy. I want to find out right now positron radius and positron energy. So what is the radius? New radius Rn dash is equal to Rn into, see, the formula is mass by reduced mass. So right now substitute what is the reduced mass. Okay, so simply this equation will become Rn into what is the reduced mass. Reduced mass is nothing but m by m divided by 2. Okay, so simply m will be cancelled. This is the 2 times of Rn. So therefore the new radius Rn dash is equal to 2 times of radius. So hydrogen atom radius is Rn. So positron radius Rn is equal to 2 times of hydrogen atom radius. Okay. Similarly, if you see energy formula also, energy formula. So in energy En dash is equal to En into, see, this is actually energy formula. What is energy formula? In previous case I write mu by m only. Okay, so this is the energy of finite nuclear mass. So therefore En dash is equal to En into, what is the reduced mass value? M by 2. So m by 2 divided by m. So the m will be cancelled. En dash is equal to En divided by 2 times. So this is the reduced mass energy of positron. Okay. So positron energy. So this is the positron energy, and this is positron radius. Okay, infinite nuclear mass concept, right? So what is the value of radius? Right now in previous case I explained radius Rn value is equal to 2.2 into 10 power minus 6 meter z square divided by n square. So this is the formula. Simply I'll write n and not radius 0.53. Sorry, this value is Rn is equal to, I'll write 0.53 angstroms. okay, into n square by z. Okay, so right now this is the radius of hydrogen atom. Right now I replace this radius, Rn dash is equal to, what is the Rn value? 2 times of 0.53 angstroms. Take n is equal to 1 and z is equal to 1, because positron is like a hydrogen like atom only they have. So therefore 2 angstroms. This value Rn dash value is equal to 2 3s are 6, 2 5 10, 1.6 angstroms. So this is the radius of positron. This is the value of radius of positron. Like, what is the energy formula? I again write, what is the energy? Energy En is equal to minus 13.6 into z square by n square electron volt. So the En value is represent minus 13.6, because En dash is equal to En divided by 2, 13.6. So simply substitute z and n is equal to both almost equal. So therefore this is 2, this is 6.8 electron volt. So these are the values of positron. So this is the theory about applications of positron atom. So positron atom radius is Rn dash is equal to 1.06 angstroms, but n is not actually equal, z is equal to 1 only, you will take divided by n, otherwise you will take divided by n square. So this is called n square value, electron volt. So this is the formula about En. So En dash is equal to minus 6.8 divided by n square into electron volt. So this is the energy of positron. So these two are very very important. Sometimes they are asking in previous papers like IIT JAM and GATE, so many problems asked by using these two formulas. Okay, so this is a radius of positron. He was asking what is the radius of the positron and energy of the electron, energy of the positron. So these two formulas using they are developed a spectrum. In that spectrum they have different lines. Okay, you can take the energy of any splitting spectral line and radius of the spectral line. By using those type of problems will comes under these formulas. Okay, understand? Next application is muonic atom. So this is a positron atom. Right now I explained the positron atom. Now I will explain muonic atom. Okay, so I erase these things. Next, second application. Second application is muonic atom. Okay, so generally what is muonic atom? Muonic atom is nothing but in previous positron we replace proton in terms of positron. Right now in muonic we replace positron, electron replaced by muonic. So just replace electron in terms of mu. So finally here also we want to find out the reduced mass. So the reduced mass mu is equal to capital M small m divided by small m plus capital M. Understand? So but what is the mass of, say here I will write mass of proton, because proton is there right now. I want to change electron which is replaced by muonic atom. So electron is replaced by muonic atom. So this is the mass of proton and this is the mass of muonic atom. So mass of muonic atom is 207 mass of electron and mass of proton. So mass of proton is equal to 1836 mass of electron. So I want to find out reduced mass. Mu is equal to 207 Me into 1863 sorry 1836 Me divided by 207 Me into 1836 Me. So you will get reduced mass mu is equal to, simply all this will be cancelled, finally you will get one value, that is called 8186. Okay, so mass 186 mass of electron. Okay, 186 mass of electron. So this is the reduced mass concept of muonic. Right now, once again I use the same formulas. Right now it will be changed. Okay, so the radius of muonic, radius Rn dash is equal to Rn into, what is the radius? Radius is nothing but m by mu. So this is a radius, reduced mass, by using reduced mass concept. So therefore this is Rn times, what is the muonic mass? This is called m divided by 186 m. So m will be cancelled, finally you will get Rn dash is equal to Rn divided by 186. So this is the new radius of muonic atom, and this is also important for IIT, JAM and for GATE. These problems also, these formulas are very important for direct formulas, they are direct formulas. Okay. So similarly, what is the energy? Energy. So energy En dash is equal to, so En into, this is a mass by m. So what is reduced mass value? 186 m divided by m. So m will cancel, En is equal to En into 186. So this is energy of muonic atom. So this is the energy of radius of muonic atom, and this is the energy of muonic atom. So this is the concept about everyone. I think everyone will be clear, because in previous case I explained hydrogen like atom. After hydrogen atom, in hydrogen like atom, first of all Bohr consider the nucleus is at infinite mass compared to mass of electron, and it is which is at rest. But in this application, this theory was I am right now applying for finite nuclear mass. So for that purpose I just correction, I will do some correction about the finite nuclear mass. So due to that correction I will get reduced mass. I introduce mass of the electron, in place of mass of electron I introduce a reduced mass. So after then I do some mathematical expressions. Okay, I will get new radius and new energy. Right now I implement that theory into positron atom and muonic atom. So I will get new radius of positron atom radius, and I will get positron energy, at the same way muonic radius and muonic energy. So this is about actually theory, and if you calculate this thing you will get this values into actually this energy is nothing but divided by n square only, because n square is not changed, z is equal to 1 always, you will take z is equal to 1 only. So if you calculate this value, En dash is equal to what is the value? Minus 13.6. Don't write these things, I will write here only, don't write. Minus 13.6 into divided by z square by n square, z square is equal to 1, take z is equal to 1 for hydrogen like atoms only, divided by n square is a order of levels, spectrum levels, that is why it is one not change, into 186. So this value En dash is equal to minus 2.56. Generally if you multiply you will get minus 2.56 divided by n square into kilo electron volt, this values. So you are using this value in more solving problems. Okay. So this is very important theory, understand. So this is about muonic atom and positron atom, okay, all these things. So now we will discuss one problem based on this problem, this concept. Okay, so the problem is, I will write the problem here. problem. So one problem, after completing the problem session will be closed. So suppose the potential energy between, suppose the potential energy, suppose the potential energy between proton and electron, between proton and electron. See, suppose the potential energy between proton and electron is given by U is equal to ln K. This is the potential energy. U is equal to K times ln R. So this is the potential energy given. Suppose the potential energy between proton and neutron is given by this thing. Calculate the radius and energy. Calculate the radius and energy. Okay, so this is a previous CSIR problem net. So this is given in previous year CSIR net problem. So first of all, we want to find out force by using this potential energy. Okay, so solution, given potential energy U is equal to K ln R. Okay, so what is the potential energy force? Force F is equal to, because I want to find out the centripetal force, the force is equal to between electron position. So centripetal force F is equal to minus dou U by dou R. Understand? Minus dou U by dou R. So simply this is minus dou by dou R into K ln R. So this is equal to, see, minus K divided by R, because ln R is nothing but log R 1 by R, that's value. So you will get F value, and so simply you will get F value, and then so this F is nothing but centripetal force actually. By using the concept of centripetal force, so F centripetal force, is equal to this F, whatever the F you will get. Okay, so this is the centripetal force actually. What is the centripetal force? mv square by R is equal to, what is that force come? Minus K by, that is nothing but mod, we will consider K by R. Okay, so therefore mv square is equal to K only. So this is your formula. Now using this concept, I substitute this into radius and energy. I want to find out, calculate radius and energy. He was asking calculate the radius and energy. So right now I want to take velocity. Okay, after that simply substitute velocity in radius equation, you will get all these things. Okay, so understand up to here simply, and then first of all I want to find out radius. What is the radius formula? Generally radius is nothing but, if you first of all you will one second. Okay, this is first one. Second one, you consider what is angular momentum first. L is equal to mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi. So this is angular momentum nh by 2 pi. From this equation I can explain all these things. See, from this equation what is V value? V is equal to nh by 2 pi m into r. Okay, and now I want to find out radius, because this is the velocity. From quantum mechanically this is velocity. First of all I want to find out velocity, I want to find radius. So simply substitute in terms of radius. So radius will be K. So the radius is, see radius, what is the radius formula? So this is nothing but actually mv square. So mv square is equal to K only. From V square you can substitute this value into this equation, you will get R value. So m into what is V? N square h square by 4 pi square m square r square into V square, into is equal to capital K. Okay, so simply you will cut one time. So n square h square by see 4 pi square m r square is equal to k. So, from this equation r square is equal to, simply you will write n square h square by 4 pi square m k. Okay, from this equation what is r value? R is equal to nh by 2 pi root over m k. So, this is the energy radius, this is the radius of that potential energy. So, after then he was what he was asking in this question, calculate the radius and energy. You will get radius formula, no problem. Energy, now energy, we want to find out energy. So, the energy, is, I will write energy here. So, energy, so that energy is nothing but kinetic energy plus potential energy. So, second part energy, this is the first part actually. First part I use from angular momentum, I can find out radius value. Directly also you can substitute, no problem, take direct radius value, but I am not doing like that. I am doing simple way, using angular momentum concept I can explain radius value. So, what is the potential kinetic energy? You know already this is the potential energy. So, you know kinetic energy is nothing but this is already energy mv square. So, simply take half into mv square, that is the kinetic energy, plus what is the potential energy, that is called u, that potential energy is nothing but k into ln r. Okay. So, this is the potential energy, total energy is nothing but kinetic energy plus potential energy, that kinetic energy half mv square plus potential energy. So, energy is equal to half into m into what is the mv square value, mv square is nothing but see simply actually you will take mv square, that is only half into mv square plus you will take kinetic energy k plus k times of what is actually ln into what is r value, r is nothing but nh divided by 2 pi root over mk. So, this is your energy value. So, take E is equal to k divided by 2 common. So, 1 plus ln nh divided by, you will already take it common, pi root over mk. So, this is your potential energy. So, this is the formula. So, here we are using, calculate both radius and potential. Okay. Energy, radius and energy. So, this is about all these things today's lecture. So, we will meet it tomorrow. Thank you very much.